Hey you guys, so I am back with another video and you guys see the title. I'm going to talk about this because this is something that I've been wanting to kind of rant about and talk about. It's something that annoys me that I see online, and I want to dead the narrative from my perspective. Also I cannot stand, and I'm gonna start showing more of the TikToks that I'm coming across to show you guys and like continue opening up these discussions, right? To show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. But like, I know I'm not the only woman that, like, when I became pregnant, you scroll on TikTok or whatever, and yeah, you see so many great things about being a new mom and things to get baby and activities to do when you're pregnant and gender reveals and baby shower ideas and all this stuff, right? That's the normal stuff. And then there are hints, just like everything else in the world, there's always that little peaks of negativity in there, where people are like, you're never gonna sleep again, the baby's gonna ruin your life, all this negativity, and it's like, yikes. And another thing that I've seen on TikTok, and not only on TikTok, but just like on the internet, period, because I've seen YouTube videos like this too. I've had to don't recommend some channels, right, in my feed. Where it's really quite obvious that the mom is resenting her child or her children because of the situation or predicament that she's in, and she wants to blame her children because she's in that predicament. And I don't agree with that at all. I find it as a weak excuse. And your children aren't the fault of anything. Children come into this world innocent. They didn't ask to be here. It was up to us to lay down and create them. So to get frustrated with your circumstances or whatever's going on and to immediately blame the child is BS to me. Okay. It makes me sick because I was a kid that was blamed for a lot, for circumstances, like I know what it's like to grow up in that kind of environment. And now that I'm a mom, and, life's challenges are always happening, I could never blame my child. In fact, I still want more children despite circumstances, because I know that circumstances always change. And having a baby doesn't stop anything. It's really all about your determination. It's really all about literally just integrating your family together. You continue to move forward. Now, I understand that some people probably, because the whole village thing, right? Like, people talk about how, they don't have much of a village, and I guess some people don't have as much support. I cannot relate. I am a person, I do have a lot of love and support around me, my child, my family, everything. Like, I do. And that's why, for me, circumstances don't really matter, because I always know that things eventually do change for the better. However, I'm going to always prioritize myself and my child above everything, everyone, all circumstances at all times, because that's just how I am. And I know that that is in the best interest of my child, because it protects my, this comes off as common sense to me. And I do think that there's also that element of my perspective, simply because I always wanted to be a mom. I do know that some moms become moms unexpectedly, and they feel like they hate it because it's not something that they resonate with. I guess I can try to understand, but once again, I cannot relate. Like, I really just don't like this idea of faulting and blaming children for holding you back or whatever. And I really also hate how so many like negative like posts or whatever like can surround the topic of motherhood and responsibility. And, even down to the point where, girl, some people might make negative assumptions about you as a mother because they have negative assumptions about you as a person. And it's like, you see that and that just looks ridiculous. And then you see other negative assumptions that are like, well, I know that my 3-year-old didn't sleep for like a whole year straight, so I didn't sleep, and I just and I do that, and this is and if I could go back, I never would have. It's like, yikes. Okay, that's your opinion, but that's also your responsibility. I have the awareness and the knowing that I brought my child into this world consciously, so I'm never going to consciously or subconsciously blame my child for anything or fault my child for anything, because nothing is my child's fault. Like, I literally look at my child and I'm like, best human ever, most important human ever, best being to ever grace this world ever. And I will speak that kind of life into my child, that kind of confidence. I think that people, because they have experienced some levels of brokenness, whether it's in their, childhoods or their relationships or their friendships or whatever it is, they will often project that all throughout life, including onto their children, because I know that happened to me. And that is just something that I just don't agree with, because it's just like, well, it makes you look irresponsible. It almost makes you look incapable. And so I don't understand the narrative. And there's so many things that surround the narrative, even to, you're never going to see your friends again. I see my friends like every week. Now it's just like, my baby's a part of, the visit or whatever, or the hangout. Like, I see my friends all the time. I'm still hanging out with my friends. I still talk to my friends. I'm one of those people, I'm like always on the phone, whether I'm texting, FaceTiming or like chatting, whatever. Like, I'm always like on the phone, like talking with my friends, making plans, and not like, you literally just bring your kid with. You just put them in the baby carrier, put them in the stroller. They just come with. Or if you guys are all kicking it, like watching a movie, whatever. And also like babies, they sleep a lot anyway. So it's like, how are you blaming your freedom on a child that's like sleep? Like, do you know that when that child sleeps, you can do so much with your time? Life goes on regardless of what happens. And I think that people forget that. Like, I don't know where these narratives come from. Like, I still want more. Like, I really do. And I'll talk more about that. I know I keep saying that, but I will. But like, to me, I guess what comes simple, to some people, I guess it's harder. And I guess I can respect that difference of perspective. But I don't like that. Like, oh, good luck trying to go out. Good luck trying to go to nice restaurants and have nice outings. That's over. And like a lot of places, like, have y'all never gone out in public and seen kids? And some restaurants, even some of the higher end restaurants, will still bring out high chairs. Like, children are meant to come with. And like, if your child has disciplinary issues, I hope you know that that's your responsibility, and that's kind of like your fault as the parent, and you need to address those disciplinary issues. Like, that's not like the kid, because the kid doesn't know and it hasn't came into their awareness yet how to behave. So if you're not teaching your child and like practicing that etiquette, that's on you. And babies are just so easy. Like, and they're so sweet. And plus, like, babies, when they're small anyway, they want to cling to you. So like those baby carriers and just even always doing that skin to skin, just always doing that. Like, those are great practices. And you can do that even in public. It's really easy. Like, I don't know. I don't think having a baby or a child stops anything. I really don't. I think that we just live in a sad world where some people want to even blame children for their unfortunate lives. And it's sad, because these are good and grown adults blaming kids. And how exactly does that look? That doesn't look responsible. That looks terrible. And I feel for children who grew up in environments like that. And as a child that grew up in an environment like that, I've really tried to work and like learn and really try to be the best mom that I can be, because I don't see children as a blockage or a blame or anything like that. And granted, I live a different lifestyle, and I know that I have a lot of love and support and all this, but like, I'm not necessarily so overly attached to anything else in my life to where I would want to even put it above me or my child. I don't see anything coming before us. I don't. And I guess, you know, some career-driven women probably would think differently, but I feel like it's a different mindset, because some women who have like a lot of corporate success, I know that there's like an issue with like the maternity leave time and all of that. But a lot of times those women either adjust or they end up leaving the workforce because they're just like, I've had it. I want to spend time with my baby. Like, so I've seen that adjustment. But just like, you know, living life and blaming your problems and issues on kids is just completely unfair, irresponsible, and just like intolerable in my opinion. And that's something that I'm happy that I'll never understand, but I'm definitely open to vent on it because it's so prevalent online and it doesn't even need to be, you know. And it's sad too, because like a lot of people relate to like that narrative, and it's just one of those things. I saw you guys respond to my community tab post. I am not going to react to Cardi's stuff with Offset. She's in Paris. She's doing Fashion Week. She's having a great time. She looks absolutely amazing. I am here for that. I don't, you know. And you guys, like, I am so down to do reactions. It's just that, you know, that other community that I left, that I'm done with, I don't react to their mess because I left. So it's not relevant. I know some of you all are, you know, you all dwell from that community over here. So, and I am grateful for your support. It's just like, I thought it was understood, the type of content. And when I made the video, like, how to stop reacting, I believe that there was a common understanding that that means not reacting to negative and toxic people, like ceasing those kinds of reactions to cease that engagement. I hope that we were clear on that. And yeah, I'll be doing more like mommy content. I'm going to talk about my favorite postpartum items very soon. I am also going to talk about my favorite baby items. If you guys want like a sneak peek, you can always check out my Amazon storefront, because I literally have everything listed out, and I will continue to keep it current. Okay, yeah, I addressed that. Yeah. So yeah, we're good. And like, I don't mind covering like other topics too. So like, if you guys see other like trending topics, like I don't mind to like cover that and give my opinion. That's if I know what's going on, because I only know what goes on with Cardi, obviously, because I follow her, right? And I've been following her since, you know, she was like a literal Instagram troll. So you know, I'm very familiar with like her lore, right? And her background. And, you know, as a fan and as a supporter of hers, like I do always wish her the best, right? But like, as far as like other stuff, like I saw one of y'all comment like the P. Diddy stuff. Oh no, because it's no, I talked about the R. Kelly mess years ago. This I'm so straight. And it's like, we already have to deal with the trauma of our childhoods being ruined. Like, who can we even listen to now? Like, it's... Girl, plus like the Diddy stuff is a whole rabbit hole. I was disgusted when the whole video of him abusing Casey came out the way it did, or Casey. I was straight. Like when I saw that video, I was so straight, you know. I'm one of the people that always believed Cassie when she spoke out against him, but I remember when that was not popular on the internet. And knowing how the internet, they sway their opinions because of whatever comes out, it's just like kind of annoying. But when it comes to the ins and outs of his case, like I think that the indictment is like 100-something pages long. I'm not reading that. I'm a mother, okay? No drama. I don't have time. Or I'm not about to be sitting here reading 100 pages of mess and scandal and stuff that might get my channel banned if I even speak it. And baby oil, girl, girl, I ain't doing that. Girl, child, please. Other things to do, but I do appreciate the suggestions. I'm just letting you guys know where I stand. But yeah, don't hesitate to give me some. It just depends on like if I know what's going on. I have fallen off with a lot. I really had, because my mind is just not on stuff like that, you know. Like I'm literally like on like mom talk and always looking at baby toys and items, and you know, I still love to shop and stuff for myself. So I'm just like all about the Bath and Body Works, and y'all know it's Halloween, so I'm getting all that together. Like, girl, it's just like my brain is just in a different realm, you know. So yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Mwah.